Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Sag. Today we're going to go over your past, present, as well as your future, but we're also going to go over your ultimate outcome. So, with all that being said, Sag, let's get started. So, in the past, we do have the Eight of Cups. Your current energy is the Queen of Pentacles. And in the near future, we do have the Ten of Wands. As far as your ultimate outcome is concerned, we do have the Hangman. Okay. So in the recent past, it looks like you walked away from something that wasn't making you happy and or serving your highest good. So let's start off with this energy first, and then we'll work our way through these other energies. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus. Okay. We have the Emperor to the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the 10. I feel like, honestly, you made somebody's, biggest nightmare come true. It looks like you were once upon a time romantically involved with someone, and I feel like their biggest fear was losing you, and it kind of looks like you made this person's worst nightmare come true by walking away from them. Now, for some of you, could this have a lot to do with you leaving a company? That's definitely a possibility. If so, I feel like you made this person's biggest fear come true, because I feel like this person always had a fear of losing you as an employee. And the fact that you got up and walked away, you kind of made this person's, biggest fear basically come true. So I'm getting two different things. This could be you walking away from a company, making somebody's biggest fear come true. Or this could be you walking away from a relationship, making this person's, biggest nightmare come true is basically what I'm getting. All right, currently at the moment, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on with that. Okay. All right, so we have the Tower to the Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're embracing this whole new chapter in your life. I am definitely getting that. You're embracing this whole new chapter that you're starting here for yourself. Not really knowing what to honestly anticipate and or expect, but trying your hardest to make the best out of it. You know what I mean? With the Tower coming out here, I feel like you knew for a while that your relationship with this individual just simply wasn't going to work out. I feel like you knew for a while that, continuing to remain a part of this company was just something that you weren't planning on essentially doing, because I'm getting two different storylines again, as I mentioned. But I just kind of feel like you're trying to make the best out of this brand new chapter / cycle that you're essentially starting for yourself. Very optimistic. It's a typical Sag thing, you know what I mean? For you to be very, very optimistic. But I feel like you're just trying your best to make the best out of this entire situation, to be honest. For some of you, you could have left this company to, start, your own business or get into a line of work that you're very, very passionate about and have a lot of love for, that you genuinely think you could experience a lot of growth and expansion within your life. For some of you, you could have left this marriage and a relationship that you once upon a time had, with this particular person, because the relationship wasn't making you happy, because the relationship in itself just simply wasn't serving you. I feel like you learned a lot through your experience with this person, though. I think that you essentially learned through your relationship with this person what you truly do want within a person and what you don't want within a person is basically what I'm getting. So you have a better understanding now of what it is that you truly want and desire within a romantic partner is basically what I'm getting. Okay, now in the near future we do have the Ten of Wands. Okay, with the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. I feel like the ending of this relationship between the two of you is finally catching up to them, and it is hitting them, and it is hitting them like a ton of bricks. And here's why. Even though this ending occurred here between the two of you, I feel like this person, was essentially hoping that, eventually the two of you will work it out and get back together. And it kind of looks like that's definitely not happening. Hence why this ending between the two of you, it is finally catching up to them, and it is definitely hitting them like a ton of bricks, because this person knows that it is officially over between the two of you, and there is no the two of you ever getting back together. Is basically what I'm getting, which goes against what they originally wanted, obviously. But yeah, this person knows that it's over, between the two of you, and the two of you are never getting back, together. I feel like with you, I feel like the main reason why you're embracing this ending so well is because you already went through the whole process of, grieving the loss of them before you actually did lose them, is basically what I'm getting. So I feel like this is kind of why Yeah, I feel like this is kind of why, you're embracing, that this ending here between the two of you, a lot better, I would say, than they are. Um, Now, if this is like a company that you're deciding to essentially leave behind, to start your own business, to start your own thing, um, don't get me wrong. I feel like you develop a lot of, good relationships with people within that company that you essentially worked for. Um, I am definitely getting that. And I feel like you're going to really, really miss these people. I'm also getting that. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you feel as though is best for you. And a lot of you feel called, to start that, business you've always wanted to start. A lot of you feel called to get into, this particular line of work that you think you can grow and evolve in. So I think that you're going to miss these people that you used to work with. I am definitely getting that. I don't feel like this was like an easy decision for you to make as far as walking away from this company is concerned, but at the end of the day, you want to grow and evolve as an individual, and you don't necessarily feel you can do that within this company that you essentially were working for, is basically what I'm getting. Okay, as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, we have the Hangman to the Wheel of Fortune to the Page of Swords to the Two of Swords. So if this is you leaving a marriage or relationship behind, I do see you very focused on yourself, but I also see this person from your past very focused on you. It's like you've just became this person's biggest like distraction. Is like the best way that I could describe it is I'm seeing her, because I'm getting like a very hyper focused energy coming from this person that you used to deal with. So as you're all focusing on you and your stability and your growth and your expansion, your career or your business if you have one, they're very focused on you. They're very, very focused on you. Like instead of them focusing on, themselves and, what they want to do next with their life now that you're not in it, they rather spend this time focusing on you and what you currently find yourself up to is basically what I'm getting. Like I said, you just became this person's biggest distraction. I am definitely getting that. Now, if this is like a company that you're essentially deciding to leave behind, yeah, if this is like a company that you're deciding to leave behind, I just see you, like I said, just very focused on you right now and the things that you're trying to accomplish and achieve for yourself. But I do see somebody trying to figure out a way to be able to like reel you back in all over again. So you might have somebody within the company contact you and make an offer in your direction in hopes that that influences you to get back to like, working for this company all over again. Because I just kind of feel like this person in particular looks at you as somebody who was, very, very hardworking, somebody who never really gave this individual any trouble. Like you always showed up on time. Like I said, just very, very hardworking. So, this is obviously someone in particular that does not want to lose you as an employee. So I do see this person trying to think of a way to like reel you back in all over again and get you to like work for this company all over again, in hopes that it does influence you to want to come back to, this company that you used to essentially work for. Now, obviously the choice is entirely up to you if you want to go back to working for this company or not, or if you just want to continue to do your own thing and focus on you and your business and your career. The choice is entirely up to you, but expect this person to make an offer in your direction in hopes that it influences you to come back to working for this company all over again. Okay, so that's one thing that you could definitely expect, from this person. Now, this person could definitely, be like a manager of yours or somebody higher up than them is basically what I'm getting. So it's either your manager or somebody above them. It's one of the two. It might even be somebody actually above your manager, to be honest. But it could just be, your former boss that might call you and make a really good offer in your direction in hopes that it influences you to come back to working for them. But it could even be somebody higher up than them, because I keep getting higher up. I keep getting higher up. So it may not even be your manager that you're going to be receiving communication from. It might be somebody higher than them. It might be somebody above them is basically what I'm getting. I just kind of feel like these people just don't want to lose you as an employee, to be completely honest. Now, if this is like an ex-lover, like I said, of yours, I just see them very hyper focused on you and what you're doing and the moves you're out here making, which is kind of distracting them from like their purpose and what they should be focusing on. Like I said, you are literally becoming this person's biggest distraction now that you're no longer in. This person's life. You know, it's interesting because I feel like when you guys were together, they never really paid you any mind. You know, it's like this that type of person that will literally walk past you like you're like freaking paint on the wall. But now that you're not in the picture, it's like now they want to like focus on you. You know what I mean? Now they want to acknowledge you is basically what I'm getting. They never really acknowledged you before, like I said, but now they want to acknowledge you. Now they want to focus on you. Now they want to know what you're currently up to, what you're currently doing. But before, it's like this person could honestly care less about you and what you were up to and what you were doing. Like I said, this person comes off to me as somebody who would literally like walk past you like you're freaking paint on the wall. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Saji. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.